Recording in progress. Welcome, everybody, to our first open mic of the season, the 2021-2022 season. Happy almost fall to y'all. And I'm excited to have you here for both audience members and performers. I would love to know, it looks like I had a moment there. I would love to know if anybody would like to go first. Are there any volunteers to go first? I don't mind. We have 4 performers. Oh, Sylvia and Liz would like to go to first. Is that
Well,
it's getting dark.
It's getting dark and cold, and I'm gonna perform with Sylvia here, and then I'm gonna run home and get on Zoom on my computer inside.
Sounds great. Okay.
If that's okay.
Of course. Yes. Thank you for waiting all this time. All right. Well then, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So Liz and I are going to sing a song called Heart Like a Wheel, written in the 1970s by Kate and Anna McGarrigle. The song is about heartbreak, but more specifically, I think it's about that first young heartbreak, the first time you lose someone you love with all your heart. We've all been there. As for some of us, that was a long time ago, but we've all been there. Later in life, heartbreak is still hideously painful. You maybe get depressed and take to your bed and don't shower for 2 weeks or whatever, but you know really that you're going to survive it. You know you will. When it's the first time, you really don't think you're going to live through this. And that's what this song is about. Also, the other thing I wanted to tell you is I arranged it. I'm so pleased with myself.
All right. I'm gonna do our notes. So one moment for the tiny piano. 2, 3. Some say a heart is just like a wheel. When you bend it, you can't mend it. And my love for you is like a sinking ship. And my heart is on that ship out in mid-ocean. They say death is a tragedy. It comes once and it's over. But my only wish is for that deep dark abyss. For what's the use of living with no true lover? And it's only love, and it's only love that can wreck a human being and turn him inside out. That can wreck a human being and turn him inside out. They say that when harm is done, no love can be won. You know it happens frequently. What I don't understand, oh please God hold my hand, is why it should have happened to me. And it's only love, 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 and it's only love.
Woo! awesome. Wonderful arrangement. I love the McGarrigle sisters. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I know what you said, what it was all about and everything, but what inspired taking that particular song and arranging it?
Do you even remember?
I don't know what we were just talking about songs to do when we were talking about that song. I don't remember, but we talk about the meaning a lot. I mean, we've been practicing this for, I think it's been like a couple of years now, off and on. And we both really just like it. And I don't know, Sylvia, you want to try arranging a song? It's just a neat song. And actually talking about that first love and that feeling, it expresses that so well. And it's such a nice song for two voices. We just liked it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing it.
Yeah.
You probably had a lot of fun rehearsing together.
Always, yes. All right, I am going.
Okay, you're gonna go home. We'll see you later, Liz. I'll let you in. Are you gonna go inside, Sylvia? All right. I don't know if you're talking to us or not, but who would like to go next? Any volunteers? Jonathan. All right.
I'll go next. So I'm going to do this is a song that I wrote about a little more than a year ago. And I think I've said sort of one of my challenges, I've sort of set sort of like these little challenges to try and write in a certain style or with a certain sort of like try and be influenced by a genre. And this one's kind of a cross between it's a cross between an old, like the old news songs that people used to sing back in the days when the traveling singers would sing and sing about some current event. Most often it was a train wreck or some such tragedy, but I made this one into a little bit more of it's an allegory, and I kind of thought it was going to be too topical to have any longevity, really, but it was what I wanted to do at the time. But sadly, it's still feels a little bit pertinent. It's called "The Wreck of the Mighty Eagle." Guitar coming through okay? I know you've heard the sorry tales of legends made by man, undone by misfortune, ruined in faulty hands. The mighty eagle fell that way, a fate unforeseen. No one could grasp the loss, no one could believe that a thing before a mythic bird held dear to heart by most could shatter like a happy thought, gone beyond all cause. The eagle ran a normal course to the appointment that it had, passing through all rough terrain. It never turned out bad. A small crowd of citizens filled the open square, along with some turned out knobs, shiny suits, faces, and hair. They all came to celebrate and glory in the fact when the eagle ran its course, it always made it back. A fresh hand there perched at the wheel, knew it all by name. No one thought a second time, assuming he was trained, that he held the mighty bird with reverence and regard, as all that came before him had. No one was on guard. But this captain was a blunderer, a fraud and shameless rogue. intent to press his faulty course, wreak havoc on the road. He set out quick and without a thought, he flashed an awful sneer. The crowd looked on in disbelief. He pushed out his engineer. One can't assume that honor rules, the equal will attest. The actions of knaves and fools may ruin what is best. Off he roared as garlands fell, his reasons were his own. Like an eagle's pride was his, to wear as if a crown. Shock and confusion reigned, the path the eagle plowed. Straight through sacred monuments, how was this allowed? Mothers wept, officials froze, indecision ruled the scene. None could take back control, as the eagle did careen. It's true, some prayed and others swore, but neither ruled the day. Wisdom held the best choice was to stand out of the way. Yet out of sight the eagle shrank past tumult and the din. And somewhere far out of reach came the eagle's fearsome end. That odes or someone understands, good fortune defies odds. Hope is born and often dashed the whims of hidden gods. And no surprise to active minds, no fact is repeated more. Simple truths add up the same. 2 and 2 is always 4. Make no mistake that nothing lasts if not held in good care. Just because a thing's been, it won't always be there. We stand in for all in trust, all that comes before. Pay heed to those at the wheel, nothing matters more. This tale is told with no refrain, nothing will bring it back. We all must learn to live with pain when history leaves its track. But this lesson can be learned if factors are seen clear. Never trust in words alone to shelter what is dear. I know you've heard the sorry tales of legends made by man, undone by misfortune or ruin in faulty hands. The mighty eagle fell that way, a fate unforeseen. No one could grasp the loss, no one could believe.
Back to my view. There we are. Very nice. So how long ago did you say you wrote that one?
Oh, that one, I wrote that one a little more than well, probably, yeah, but maybe a year and maybe 2 years ago now. But like I say, I thought it was just going to have fleeting significance, but the fleeting hasn't finished yet as far as the inspiration for that one goes. Cross my fingers. Hopefully it'll become dated soon, but we'll find out.
Well, I think there are some messages like never trust words alone. You know, that is a age, you know, that will go on for forever.
Oh, you try and keep a little gold among the cornbread, just some of the stuff that will linger on, but we'll see.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, do you want to go next?
Yep, that'd be fine. I'm going to read something. I just wrote this a couple days ago, so it might still be a little rough. I haven't really even looked at it since I wrote it. It's the working title right now is called Little Bear Falls. So it's I had a horse for a while. I had a couple horses, but one of them's name was Little Bear, and he was a really good horse. I had a great relationship with him, and I don't know, some of you might have had horses, and I think your relationship with a horse is different than it is with a pet. Like a dog or a cat or something. And in my mind, I think I was always trying to figure out why it was different. And I think what I figured out, and maybe it was just true for me, but a horse is not a predator. We have pets that are dogs and cats. We're predators, dogs are predators. Horses are prey animals, and your relationship that you build between a predator and a prey animal there's a lot of trust. So I think you have a deep relationship if you can make that relationship. You have a good one. So I'm going to stop talking. But those are just some things that I was thinking about, and I was thinking about my horse. I was kind of missing him. So hopefully I'll get through this. It's not too long. It's called Little Bear Falls. The bats were barrel rolling sideways in the haze of the setting sun, diving for gnats with jerking electric movements, as Little Bear and I cantered around the dirt track on the perimeter of the pasture, leaving dust trails swirling and dancing behind us. We rode at an easy pace, the saddle leather creaking comfortably under my weight. Little Bear snorted pleasantly, excitedly, and I tightened my knees almost imperceptibly just below his flank. He broke into a gallop, and I laughed, feeling the world smooth out underneath me, floating along on my magic carpet that smelled of horsehair and leather and sweat. Strong but not unpleasant odors, watching Little Bear's thick, tangled mane ripple as he thrust his neck forward into the empty space in front of him, filling the space with horse and rider and leaving it instantly empty again behind. I looked only ahead and leaned into the turns, tightening my fingers lightly on the reins to maintain our speed, sliding the toes of my boots just to the edge of the stirrups to balance my weight. We flew around the pasture for 2 full circuits and were heading into a third and final stretch with small white flecks of sweat appearing on his neck, his breath coming harder, when Little Bear tripped. It was so sudden that I wasn't even aware of falling until my feet were touching the ground. Little Bear lurched forward, his front knees buckling underneath him and his back feet sliding to a halt under his barrel as his head disappeared from my point of view beneath the horn and pommel of the saddle. My feet were out of the stirrups instantly, automatically, my hands dropping the reins and groping for the saddle horn, and my heels were digging into the ground on either side of Little Bear as we slid forward in a knotted mess. Suddenly, Little Bear got his front legs back under control with a mighty forward lunge, and I felt my feet rising from the earth again. We dove and resurfaced in a matter of milliseconds, dust flying in the orange glow of sunset, the soles of my boots touching down and lifting up faster than the rest of my body could catch up. And now we raced on for a couple of dozen more yards until my brain unfroze and I sat back hard in the saddle, bringing us to a halt. Little Bear stood snorting and stamping while I dismounted. I patted his shoulder, lifted the reins over his head, and walked him in a circle around me, watching his legs to make sure he wasn't limping. Satisfied he wasn't injured, I loosened the cinch considerably, but not so much that the saddle would slide off sideways, and led him slowly back to the barn, my own knees shaking now, feeling the solidness of the ground beneath me as we approached the barn. After unsaddling him and storing the gear in the tack room, I gave Little Bear a good brushing, feeding him small, hard pieces of carrots as I worked my way around him. Little Bear chewed the carrots thoroughly and methodically, as though they were necessary medicine. And only later, when I led him into his stall, did he spin his hind... I'm sorry, I really missed this horse. And only later, when I led him into his stall, did he spin his hind legs behind himself in a small, neat half circle and nudge me with his soft, dark brown nose, his hair feeling like velvet under my arm, as if to say, you're all right, that was nothing. Go have yourself a carrot, it'll make you feel better. I reached out to touch his nuzzle in return, but he had already stepped away and was grabbing mouthfuls of hay, chewing contentedly, seeming happy to be in the clean little stall, perhaps happy to be alone, perhaps even happy to be with me. That's that one.
Very sweet. Yeah. So you miss him, huh? I guess so. Yeah.
He was a good boy.
I can see it all. I can see it all.
I like that he you know, he was trying to comfort you, you know, let you know it's
Yeah.
okay. Things happen. I'm sure it was terrifying for you.
Yeah.
And he's probably tripped before, right?
Yeah, that was not the most terrifying thing that happened with me and Little Bear.
Little Bear humans are pretty needy.
What's that?
Little Bear knew humans are pretty needy. His
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's sweet. So you just recently wrote that?
Yeah, I wrote it this week, I think. I mean today's, yeah, just this past week. I think I wrote it on Tuesday or Wednesday.
seems like it needed to be written, huh?
Yeah. My neighbor, when we had to put Little Bear down, my neighbor made me a little wooden cross, and I never put it up because I knew I wasn't going to be living on that farm for much longer. But I have it, and I think we're probably going to put it up here at the house this weekend. So it'll be nice to have out in the yard. Just a nice little memorial for him.
Mm-hmm. It's important.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize I was going to kind of bring the mood down so much.
No, not at
We
all.
need a song. Let's have a song.
Good. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
Let's go on a roller coaster together. You know, this is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Faith.
Okay, yeah, I can do my short little song now. So I have a song called Kaulana Kawai Hai. It is in Hawaiian song that I would sing with my ukulele group when I lived back in DC. And so normally this is sung in a group with really interesting echoes and harmonies and things going on, but I'm just gonna do my best to perform a solo rendition of it. So first time playing this as a solo, but I hope you enjoy. Can you hear the ukulele okay? Kaulana o kawai hai I ke kai Havana, Havana, e ole lo Thank you. It's a fun, slow song.
I heard mention of a mountain in there.
I have the lyrics. I have the translated lyrics provided by the director of my ukulele group. So the group is Northern Virginia Ukulele Society. I credit them with this arrangement. I do think it's old enough to be out of any sort of copyright thing, but it's definitely their lyrics, their arrangement. Kawai High is, I think, a location, and that's mentioned a couple times but mountain standing majesty is Kuahivi Kukikila Kila Kila that's what that line is. Pua, I believe either is flower or a specific flower, but Pua Ialima, Pua Ka'ilima it says might be a location as well. Restful Kawai High in the Whispering Sea, Havana Vana I think is sea. Telling of old times, Eolelo Mai, of Pua Ka'ilima. So it's a really sweet sounding song. It's not the first one I learned in Hawaiian for this ukulele group, but it is my favorite of the Hawaiian songs that I've learned, and it is real sweet. Happy to share.
Going by.
There are lots of good ones for that, including this one.
Well, are there any other sharings that anybody would like to share today? It's okay if the answer is no.
I guess I can do one more. That is, so there's a key change in this that I'm less sure about. So definitely will need your grace for it, if possibly. But so this is a song called "I Am What I Am," and this was written by Roy Sakuma for a ukulele festival. But it is in English, and it's kind of simple and sweet. So I hope you enjoy. People wonder where I'm going. People watch me do my thing. People ask me who I am. Here's what I say. I am what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me, all of me? I am what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me? Now myself I'd like to be reaching out, feeling free, doing good where I can, with this in my heart. I am what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me, all of me? I am what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me? See them going their own way, see them doing their own thing. They begin to understand. Now they sing with me. I am what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me, all of me? I am what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me?
Sweet.
It's a cute little song.
I like it.
Thanks for letting me share.
Charlie liked it so much he took my chair.
Good, good dog. But I understand. Good to see him too.
Okay, well, any more? Jonathan, you still have your guitar attached to you.
Well, I'm trying to just stand at the ready. I don't want to. I'll make room for anybody who's ready. Else who's ready to go. But I've got a few that I could do if.
We got time.
Huh?
We got time.
Okay. This is another one that is a little more recent. Again, somewhat inspired by current events, but sometimes it's not too. It's better to try and make something that's got a few of the hard edges knocked off. So this one's. I think everybody in this crowd's probably old enough to get sort of the reference. It's called mock apple pie, and I don't know if any of you remember the old mock apple pie recipe on the box of Ritz crackers. So this is kind of inspired by that. You can make Old Glory out of jujubes. I will not object. Say my mother is so fat, has waddles for a neck. But if you say her apple pie can be made up of crackers, then I am through with you and any backer. It's mock apple pie, just put a thumb into my eye. I can tell what's real Ritz, what is cherries and what is pits. My red blood will not stand by for mock apple pie. Now some folks top a soapbox or aim for a crowd. Say the stars and stripes run pink, say it often and real loud. But what is said won't make it so. Smart folks know the deal. Say crackers are Granny Smith, words don't make it real. It's mock apple pie, just put a thumb into my eye. I can tell what's real or Ritz, what is puffy and what is grits. My red blood will not stand by for mock apple pie. I've shed a tear for honest folk, stand up to a storm. Hold tight to what is right, they know it in the bone. But I will not hold to nonsense from those clackers. Knowledge came from just one tree, Eden had no crackers. It's mock apple pie, just put a thumb into my eye. I can tell what's real or Ritz, what's shine old and what this is. My red blood will not stand by for mock apple pie. So that's what I came up with to comment.
To comment on
Well, it was kind of a little bit of a slam at now not so recent events early in January where there was a lot of unfounded boosterism going on in this country. So I thought I'd give my little take on it. No offense to anybody who identifies as a cracker, I guess, but
I totally missed that reference. Thank you.
Whatever. I can explain pretty much all the references, but if for anybody's interested, but take it as you will.
I like it. Thank you, Jonathan. Anybody else? Anybody else got one more they want to share? It's okay if you don't. We can always end slightly early. No shame in that. Oh, wait, what was that?
I have kind of a thing related. It's not a song, but Somebody who performed at one of these open mics in the past. I want to say David P. I don't exactly remember his last name, but you might. He will be performing at the White Eagle Saloon on next Friday. So I was like, wait, I know who that is. He sang at this open mic. So I want to say David Petrell, maybe. Let me look it up. But one moment, and I can give the right.
I think Audrey knew him from Roosevelt. Like I think he was an aide or like a educational assistant in yeah.
David Polak. So if anyone was here when he performed on, I think he was here at least twice, but he was, I really liked his music that he shared, and he will be performing at the White Eagle Saloon on September 22nd, and that's the wrong date. Next, I want to say it's the 24th, September 24th, and just thought I'd share that. Live music is fun and starting to open up again, and yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Jonathan and friends. Yes, Jonathan and friends are going to be performing at Porch Concerts here in St. John's on October 2nd. Yes. 12:30 time slot. Sorry, my brain was having trouble processing. Yeah, so we're excited for that. I don't know the friends. We'll find out what it's all going to be about. But
I'll give you a little heads up, Christina, but I won't have the real heads up until probably the week before. So some of the friends are sort of finding their schedule niche. So I'll have a friend or two. I have friends. I have friends.
That makes one of us.
As long as you have enough friends to help you fill an hour of music,
Yes.
that's all.
Well, that'll be to everybody's benefit if it's not just me. We'll have a little. It's always nice to have an emotional support side person or two. So that's always good.
That's true.
Yeah, you and Joe should sing. You guys should do something.
Us?
Yeah, we got time.
We don't have anything ready. We haven't. What? What is that face?
You've been married forever. You don't have anything that you do together.
We do it.
It's been a while.
I got to tune the guitar. Then you guys got to sit here listening to that annoying,
Okay, fine.
a tuning guitar, rambling on about absolutely nothing.
Maybe next time.
Maybe like I'm kind of doing right now.
Oh my gosh. Joe is going to share something.
I would like to share just very brief, quick little thing that I was thinking about decisions, and often they come down to yes and no. I mean, it's as simple as that. We might be frozen right now.
I don't think so. Are we? No.
That's exactly what the story's called. No. That's it. That's no. It's not even really a story. It's just no. That's what it's called. No. It's just no. It's not maybe. It's definitely not yes. It is thoughtful. It's firm. No. You see, it's definitive. It should be the end, though it's often not. It has a habit of conjuring another question, a loose thread for someone to pull on. Why not? Well, there is a well-reasoned argument taking place in my mind between no and yes. The internal argument can sometimes rest at maybe. But in the end, the important decisions come down to a yes and no. No is not spiteful or malicious. No can be relieving. No can save your life. No can also make you very angry. It can make you long for what could have been. No teaches us restraint. Only 2 letters. yet carries so much power. No can show many emotions, bring back memories. The no of heartbreak when someone we love meets their end. The no of disbelief when we encounter fantastic stories. The no of firmness and resolution when we feel empowered. The no of independence and self-preservation that protects our inner sanctity. The no of playfulness and care, no, that can show we care deeply for someone. No. It's just no. It should be the end, though it's often not. That's my story.
Now tell us, when did you write that?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember, honestly. Maybe like a year or two ago, 2 years ago.
And what inspired it?
Oh gosh, yes and no. It's just how many times I can't make that decision. How many times I sit there like, oh my gosh, I just don't know. Like this morning, we were trying to decide whether to go do the porch concert. And it was like, yes and no, yes, and it's one or the other. You can't have you can't just exist in maybe, because nothing would ever happen. So it just happened this morning, and you have to say yes or no, and it's hard.
Unless you're Schrodinger's cat.
And then we never know.
No, we never know.
I guess.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
I mean, no is actually, that's like a really interesting rumination, right? Like we say no, and then sometimes we feel guilty that we've said no. And that's how we backtrack to maybe, but really we mean no, right? But we backtrack. Yeah, I think that was an amazing exploration of no.
Thanks. Well, Christina said no, and I thought it was the right choice. And then at 10:57, sun burst out of the sky. 100% of all the meteorologists in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, said, no way. There's going to be rain till Monday. It ain't going to happen. And I know better. I know better. I don't ever listen to them. But we listen. What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, when we made the decision, it was pouring rain.
It was pouring rain. We got soaked.
Anyway, we're over it. But it was. Why did we bring it up? Why did you bring it up? No, it's okay. So speaking of meteorologists, we are trusting the meteorologists that next Saturday it's going to be sunnier weather, and therefore a little bit more appropriate for outdoor audiences to enjoy some music. So we're going to basically reschedule our porch concert that was supposed to happen today for next week. But we will have different musicians because unfortunately the folks that were scheduled today aren't available next Saturday. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. It's all good. So that we've got that porch concert, and then a week after that is when Jonathan and friends and Lisa Peterson and friends also. Oh. Lisa Peterson is our music therapist, and she's also a fabulous accordion player. And so she has a group of friends that she's been playing with as well, and they're going to be joining or participating at that porch concert. And then we'll have one more on the 16th, which is also the next open mic night. And that's a month from today. So, and then I also wanted you all to know that, in case you didn't know, that we have our classes, in-person classes happening, mostly for youth. So if you know youth, if you have youth in your lives, here I will put the link.
Dancing
for registration.
And acting.
Oh wait, that's not the right one.
Music.
I'll put that
choir.
one in a second. Many, many things. Here, I'll do that one first. Oh,
I put the link to the classes in the chat.
how fast you are. Thank you, Liz. So there it is, if you want to share that with the youths. But we do have a couple of adult classes. Adult Improv is happening. That one is actually starting in October. And a guitar and ukulele class. That seems like nobody in this group necessarily needs a guitar and ukulele class. But that is for all ages. So, but you can pass the word on for that one. And lastly, if you are able, we greatly appreciate donations.
Well, not lastly.
Oh,
we
no?
appreciate donations, that's for sure.
Okay.
But lastly, I did want to say that Lisa, who's doing the intergenerational program, is truly, truly an amazing. You know, we've been there watching her work with our elders, and you know, towards the end of their life, and bringing, I mean, just bringing so much joy. She did it through the pandemic, and for a music therapist not to be in contact with someone, next to someone, it was a hard transition for her. But now she's back with them in person and just bringing so much joy to their lives. And I think it's just a program that Christina and I just, and Sylvia, who is on our board as well, and just love, and we just respect her, and we're so excited to see her. And then one other thing is that my very, very, very good friend, Chris Jensen, who's on this Zoom, recently is engaged and will be married to his partner, Michelle.
I didn't know.
Oh, I know. I was saving it for right now. And I'm so happy for him. And he's an amazing person, speech pathologist, writer, all the amazing things that he does. And he's a great, if you ever need lawn care, he is amazing with the lawnmower. So I just have to.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. Michelle's right over there, but she doesn't like to be on the camera. So.
Congratulations, Michelle!
Wave. Just wave. All right.
Well, we're waving at you.
Saw a little hand waving.
Yay. Very exciting. Good news. Good news.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Well, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was just trying to say, if you are able to give donations, I put the link in the chat as well. But you said all very interesting and important things. I just didn't get to finish saying what I wanted to say.
Okay. I know.
Okay. Well, now y'all know. But of course, it's not expected, just appreciated. Yeah. Oh, yes, Faith. Lots of yeah. Okay, cool. Check out the chat before. Oh gosh, Charlie. Charlie's he's got his head all shoved into the couch. He can't breathe.
I'll give him space.
Poor guy. Joe's sitting on his face.
He likes it.
He likes it. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad that was all recorded. This is the most hilarious ending of a open mic that we've had in a long time. Thank you all for being here. And Christine, I hope you come back again.
And I just bought 2 amazing books at.
She knows.
I know. Well, I want to tell everyone else. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. 2 Rivers Books.
Yes, at 2 Rivers, and it was, I just love it. It's right down the street, and amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for being our local bookseller. We love it. Anything else for the good of the group?
Thank you all. So good to see everybody.
Hosting.
Hope you all endure the rain just fine.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be here for a little while with any luck.
Thank goodness.
Great.
Yes, really.
Oh, it's amazing. Just I mean, I can't believe how long it's been. Good night.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you for hosting. Thank you. Bye.